Good morning, good afternoon, traders. Happy Easter to everyone, as this is still Easter Monday, but seems like Gordon Gekko was right. Money never sleeps. So market is going to be open today as usual. Also, the first warning on this beautiful sunny Easter Monday, guys, that this is going to be, in my opinion, a quite of a low volume day, but we are here for you to support you and trade together again. So first of all, I hope everyone had a beautiful long weekend with your loved ones, with your family. You went for great egg hunts and so on. Actually, I was with my children. It was very funny, and I think the chocolate is going to be enough till maybe Christmas. No, of course, I was kidding, maybe 1 week, but they were collected a lot of chocolate eggs. So that was a great long weekend for me. But of course, we are back on trading side. And guys, this market seems like it just cannot get a rest from falling again. Looks like that this is going to be another weak start of this Easter Monday indeed. Hi Brian, good morning to you, team Clifton, Scott, DVG, happy Easter everyone. Hi Anticipator, nice to see you. What a crazy morning to start with after a long weekend. Seems like that the concerns are rising again over the fears how Trump and China is going to go further with these trade talks. So far, no one is very optimistic. As you can see, the futures are very much to the red side, 1.39% down with the triple Q as I see. So this is a little bit crazy indeed. Okay, and when I'm just checking the NVDA, the SOXL, and the rest, everything is just going lower and lower, at least at the moment. As I mentioned you, I am expecting a really low volume today, but seems like that we have a great direction at all, or at least indeed. But we have some green ones as well, like Netflix. It seems like it's still resilient to this market plunge traders because of this nice earnings last week and news as well. And indeed, I just would like to make sure that this is going to be a day to be careful on trading because of the low volume indeed, and to be careful with especially again the semicon sector, because the semicon seems like the SOXL itself is down minus 6.20%, so huge move to the downside. Hi Dor, good morning to you. Hi Steve C, good morning. Again, happy Easter everyone. I hope you had a beautiful long weekend and ready for this low volume, but I guess very volatile day on the market again. So let's see, traders, what's going on in the news. Well, if you have already subscribed to our social media channels and you got everyday updates as a newsletter format on our website on the TEFS.com, and I was just writing about this, let's call it like threat that Powell might is going to be removed from his seat, at least according to Trump, because Trump is definitely not satisfied with Powell. According to his words, he's not cutting the rates soon enough. Well, let's see, maybe on the 7th or 8th of May. Wait, I'm just checking it. It's going to be, I think, on Thursday, 8th of May, when it's going to be the federal funds rate decision. But I'm just going to recheck it again. I'm not really good in dates indeed. So 7th, of course, it's always Wednesday. 7th of May is going to be the FOMC press conference, and before that, 2 p.m., the federal funds rate decision. Well, actually, everything depends, in my opinion, how the trade talks are going to be continued, especially between China and the US, because so far seems like it's not moving anywhere. Also, Trump just told during the Sunday conference that he is ready to continue the talks with China. Also, We are not sure that this is going to be a successful talk indeed. Well, let's see how it's going to be continued. So far, though, the overall market is pushing lower. Futures are very red. If I'm just checking the S&P 500, and I need to 1.40 down on the triple Q. If I check the SPY, this is down 1.04%, so really ugly drop. Bitcoin though and the Netflix, both of them seems like quite resilient, so I really like to see that indeed. That for sure I'm going to watch it. And one more thing which I'm watching today about the Netflix and the Bitcoin stocks like MSTR and so on. It's going to be maybe the gold stocks as well, traders, because the gold is still hovering around the highs. And one thing is really weak nowadays, and this is the US dollar, guys. The US dollar just went to the 3 years low, if I remember right. So it's quite low indeed, and seems like it's not stopping. So let's be careful on that as well if you are trading it on the forex. Regarding the news, let's see what else we have here. Overly bearish investors, risk writing of 2025 too soon. These strategies offer upside and downside protection. Traders, I must tell you, I'm trading almost 20 years now, and actually, I do not remember on times when it was so extremely unpredictable like nowadays. I would say maybe in the last term of Trump. I'm just kidding, but it was unpredictable because every Trump speech just to move the market. But I'm telling you that because as you can see, the market is highly uh, um, fragile at the moment and very sensitive to the news, especially to the street talks. And unfortunately, the street talks, as you can see, as this is just starting to be like a tragic comedy. As I've just told to one of my trader in the morning, that this seems like it's they cannot just sit down and talk like adults actually. And this is definitely making a really big harm for a lot of stock investors and stockholders. For us day traders, can be a fantastic period for trading. Also, I always tell to my traders to be careful in these times as well, because the riskiest fact in this environment it is we don't know when the news going to hit the market. We could see it like last week as well, when it was big news about like another Chinese retaliation tariff or anything like that. Market just dropped from out of nowhere. Okay, so let's be still careful, especially again with the fact that this is a low volume day because Europe is closed for today. Hi Todd, good morning. Happy Easter to you as well. And let's see how though the Asian market did. Well, Nikkei was not in a good shape, down 1.30%. Hang Seng much better, 1.60. As I mentioned you on the forex side, especially the DXY, which is suffering a lot, $98, guys, 98 touched today, which is a 3 years low. And on the crypto side, as I mentioned you, especially the Bitcoin shows some really nice strengths, up over 87,000 area. Indeed, futures are very red, especially the Nasdaq, and the gold just topped $3,420 level. Amazing what is going on this market nowadays. What else here? This week is going to be an interesting week. Also, I think next week is going to be more interesting. Also, this week we are expecting Tesla earnings, which can be definitely a good one. Indeed, I'm just going to talk about this as well. But today, though, as I mentioned you several times, this is a low volume day without news, without the European market open at all. Indeed, even Japan, it's a bank holiday today, or next week, indeed, not today. And everything is closed regarding Europe, even in the UK. And as I see, this is the first day of the IMF meetings. FOMC member Gosby spoke at 8:30, 10 o'clock. We will get the CB leading index but in my opinion, it's not going to shake up the markets too much. Tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit better. First of all, European markets open. Second, 10 o'clock, we will get a Richmond Manufacturing Index plus FOMC member Kashkari speaks at 1:40, guys. Be careful, you know, Kashkari can be a market mover, as we have seen it last year indeed. Wednesday is going to be a great day with flash manufacturing PMI, lots of FOMC member speakers. Thursday, core durable goods orders, unemployment claims, existing home sales, FOMC Kashkari speaks again. Wow, lots of news coming, but only from tomorrow. Hi, Tara. Good afternoon to you. Happy Easter to you as well. And as I'm just mentioning, Easter traders, this is the last day um, for the Easter promotion of the TEFS packages and challenges. So if you are feeling like to start another funded account or just a funded account first in your life, this is the time to grab the deal. So I just pinned the message here. I mean the post. So if you are interested, please just go to the site and look around. All right, guys, what else here? International news. We have a sad news here that Pope Francis just passed away, unfortunately, and definitely the whole world is shocked now. Uh, Markets are down to Dow futures tumbles 300 points to start week as investors await any progress on Trump trade deals. US chip controls will benefit China's NVIDIA rivals like Huawei. Yes, definitely we can see in the pre-market news as well. Indeed, Trump's approval is here, and not just approval, but the threat to intervene in Fed could cause upheaval, as I just mentioned you, that I was writing about that in the newsletter indeed, that according to Trump, Mike Powell should leave his post. Well, it's not that easy, but this can just start another jitter for the markets for today as well, and actually for the near future. So let's just be careful with this one. All right, traders, also we have some great movers, not too many indeed, but at least some. As I mentioned, Netflix seems like quite resilient to this market drop. So I'm going to watch Netflix for sure today. The streaming giant 2% up after the company's first quarter earnings and revenue beat. Netflix also said it sees no significant impact from tariffs. On Monday, several Wall Street analysts increased their price targets on the stock. So this is a great news for the Netflix. And as I see, Scott just posted his list, and I completely agree with him that Netflix should be on our long list. Amazon is here, 1.7% lower, following Raymond J's downgrade to outperform a strong buy. Ouch, that's a powerful and strong or painful downgrade. The firm also slashed its price target, citing headwinds tied to tariffs and concerns with the economic backdrop. So as I've told you, traders, the market is getting more and more concerned about the long-term effects of these tariffs and this nasty trade war indeed. And this is definitely one of the biggest concern is even a not even the economy slowdown, but even actually the recession on the horizon. So this is definitely not a good news for the market either. Tesla is here, pulled back more than 4% after Barclays cut its price target on Tesla, citing confusing visibility into first quarter earnings. And as we are just talking about the Tesla, I'm just going to the earnings side. This week is not going to be bad on earnings either, but wait for next week. Apple, Meta, Microsoft, oof, lots of big names are going to go, and even Amazon. So this week, Tesla, we are going to see tomorrow after close. Wednesday, IBM coming. Thursday, Google, and Friday, ABBV, AON, CL, and the rest. So this week is going to be packed with big names already too. So Netflix to the long side and the Amazon to the short side together with the Tesla on my list. And as I see, Scott called even Google to the short side. Apple is slipping as well, 3% as the company continues to contend with uncertainty surrounding President Donald Trump's tariffs. As you can see, guys, this is just actually rattling the max 7 today, and this is the fact why I'm going to call even NVDA to the short side indeed. Okay, what else is here? Spotify, music company, rose 1% after it got an upgrade from Wolf Research. Nice, nicely done. Spotify also, it can be a little bit low volume and even a little bit spready, so be careful with the Spotify, but I completely agree with Scott that this can be on our long list. Hertz Global is here as well. Current company dropped more than 10%, giving back a chunk of its sharp gains from last week. Hertz shares more than doubled last week after billionaire investor Bill Ackman disclosed the stake in the company. So seems like this was short-lived, and HTZ can go to the short list, as I see Scott just put it on his as well. And the last one is Newmont. This is a gold miner. As I mentioned you that the gold is just topping 3,400. This can be our gold stock for today and much more. If I'm just checking quickly my candidates list, just a second, if I find, here it is, too many monitors, which is very good by trading, but sometimes I just cannot find my things here when I'm working indeed. So let's see what we have there. SOXL very much to the downside. Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, AMD is down to Amazon, Meta, Oracle, Google, guys. Everything is more than 1%, even almost 2% to the downside. Onto the green side clings only Baba, Baidu, Pepsi, KO, and Netflix on my side. So I'm going to call even Baba to the long side because it was like looking really great. I mean the Chinese stock exchange indeed. And to the secondary list, I'm going to put PLTR, AMD, KO, and maybe even PepsiCo. Okay, these are going to be on my secondary list to watch them. So traders, this is my list to start the day with. This is going to be again a full trading day. Anticipated very good COF. I'm just going to check it soon. Thank you. Of course, if you have any questions, thank you to remind me, or any candidates on your side, I'm more than happy to take a look at it. And traders, again, this is going to be Easter Monday trading. That means European markets are closed. Happy Easter to everyone. This is a full trading day on the US stock exchange, but definitely with a lower volume, very high volatility, and quite of a pessimistic mood in the market to start with. So be careful. For the VIP room traders, I wish you a beautiful green Easter Monday trading, guys. And of course, I'm going to be back to you tomorrow, Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Please don't forget to check out the Easter promotion because this is the last day. Don't miss out. So Scott, Clifton, DVG, thanks a lot, and see you everyone tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, guys, I am here for you, YouTube traders, and I'm just checking COF. All right, let me just check it in my other monitor because this where I see it a little bit better. COF, you just called it to the long side. Checking, just a second. Looks interesting, in my opinion. I have not checked the oil today, which is not good. COF looks great. Wow, 5% higher. I like it. Volume nice and strong. On the daily, on the daily looks like as a great setup, and the price is exactly on the 200 EMA. So let's see whether it can just push towards to the or higher on the wait. Sorry, my okay. Now this is going to be the right one. Okay, so like that, it's over the 200 EMA, which is good. The next strong resistance, it can be 175. Anticipator, I love this COF very much. I don't know what's the news on that. Let me just check it quickly on the COF, but looks like as a really, really great candidate to the long side. And actually, I'm just going to put it on my list as well. I just take the volume lower on Scott. Okay, Capital One Financial Corporation. Let's see whether it is. It's earnings tomorrow, as I see. Yes, anticipator. Kevin, hi. Good morning to you. Yes, I'm just checking the SPY and the triple Q with you now, traders. We still have time. So if you have any questions, any candidates, please just let me know. Yes, actually, I don't know how about you guys, but this seems like for me as a possible rollover on the 20 EMA. So actually the market so far could not even go back to this 560 to make another retest on it, like on the 200 EMA and go lower. Death cross is just there. It's formed already, have been formed. So this is maybe the impact of it. And now if it is breaking this 520 and staying under 520, then this is going to be a quite of a heavy selling, might going to trigger a heavy selling on the market. So let's be careful. But be careful, guys, because even Trump told yesterday that he's ready to continue the talks between like them and China. Okay, so he's ready to continue the talks with China. That is giving a little ray of hope, in my opinion, not too much. If you ask me personally, my opinion, not too much hope. But they see now, I guess, especially Trump, how deteriorating it can be for the market itself if they are just playing this game for too long, and it's going to hurt him as well and the country, especially for the long run. So I really hope that sooner or later, common sense it's going to be forwarded, and it's going to came on the surface, and they're starting to negotiate like two normal businessmen, and not like, I'm right, you are not right kind of thing. So let's see. This is still the last ray of hope for this market before we just going to see another yearly low on the market indeed. So let's see what's going to happen here. Hi Lee, good morning to you. Uma, nice to see you. Happy Easter, everyone. This is an Easter Monday trading. Market is down a lot indeed, especially the triple Q 1.50. Concerns on raising again over the tariffs, misery, the trade talks continues, and overall, that like the Max 7 are definitely suffering the worst, especially now that the Amazon, just Tesla and the rest just started to get some downgrades, plus even very serious concern from the big banks, investment houses as well. So it seems like that even the big guys started to really, really be concerned about this whole thing, what is going on. Hi, Alamu, good morning to you. So far traders, because we are down with the SPY 1%, triple Q is down 1.44. I'm going to definitely focus on shorts in the beginning. Also, anticipator just called another great long on the COF, and I like it. MU, Tara, yes, definitely. MU, AMD, NVDA, Lee, sorry, AVGO. So all of the big stocks are on my short list, especially again, the semicons are suffering a lot. And yes, you are right. If the MU is going to break nights on 67, the 6650, then might is going to go lower. Yes, this is going to stay like that, Tara, I think, the whole day long. This lower volume, reason for that, European markets closed. This is still a resting day in Europe. This is a bank holiday there. Only the US market is open at the moment. So that's why we just see this low volume, and I think that this is going to stay, in my opinion. So let's be careful. All right, traders. So my main candidates to the short side is going to be definitely Tesla, Amazon, and Apple. A reason for that, they just called for downgrades and not a good news. So Tesla, Amazon, and Apple is going to be on my list first of all. Of course, AMD, MU, and the rest too. Plus Netflix, though, it's quite resilient, nice earnings, and so on, as we know. So Netflix seems like it still has some um, move to go higher, and the Bitcoin related stocks. If you are just checking the Bitcoin itself, this looks like it's just still making a very nice move to the upside, and the coin MSTR Mara might, it can be a candidate to the down or to the upside. Also, I'm going to be careful with that as well. And great call on the MU Tara. Okay. All right, guys, we still have 5 minutes to go. I hope everyone had a beautiful long weekend. You just relaxed, recharged, and ready for this full trading week. Though this day is going to be a low volume day, but the rest of the week is going to be packed with some interesting earnings like Tesla and Google coming indeed this week, plus even some economic news. The biggest economic news are coming, I think, next week. Labor market news, and the week after is going to be the federal funds rate decision, guys. Cannot wait. Let's see what's going to happen there. But this week as well, today it's just the CB index, guys, at 10 o'clock, nothing else. And this is the first IMF meeting day. Tuesday we will get Richmond Manufacturing Index, consume, or it's Europe. Okay, so only Richmond Manufacturing Index, lots of FOMC members, speakers again. Kashkari is speaking tomorrow as well. Wednesday, Flash Manufacturing PMI. All over the place, as I see lots of FOMC members, speakers, and as I hear even Amir just joining us on this beautiful Monday. Durable goods orders are down too on Thursday and Friday this week. Consumer sentiment, inflation expectations, which can shape the markets. All right, guys, so let's see whether this sell-off is going to be continued or this is just a start of the day, and then the market is going to find a floor or bottom or something like that. As Kevin very much highlighted well, the 520 area on the SPY, I'm going to watch it very, very close indeed. Okay. I hope you had a nice, happy Easter weekend with your family. Actually, I just went for an egg hunt with my children on Saturday morning. They really, really liked it. And we have lots of chocolate today in the house. So I just cannot hide them from that. They want to eat chocolate every day now. So huge amount of chocolate. I hope it's going to be enough for Christmas. Of course it won't. So it was a very nice one, sunny, beautiful weather here, but seems like the market is not that happy so far. Okay, guys. So today, as I hear Amir definitely here with us, and Scott in the VIP room, Amir's watch list, he put PRTR on it, SC and MLGO. He likes MLGO as well, which is great. 37% higher. This MLGO is crazy, guys. Wow. We should watch it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks nice. 678. 923. This MLGO looks like as a pumper dumper, guys. Now it's pumping. It looks like a great candidate. I like Amir's calls. It looks really, really good indeed. Okay, guys, so let's just make a nice green Monday. And seems like maybe it's going to be made with some shorts at this time. But let's see. So MU, it's on my watch list. PRTR for sure. I'm going to watch MLGO2. Netflix for sure. What else we should here? Visa is not that bad. All of the coins are up indeed. Ah, yes, coin. Of course. What else should watch? And the one anticipator just found, the COF, looks interesting as well. All right, traders. So good luck, everyone. Let's just be careful because of the volume indeed. Also, the market has a great sentiment. Let's see whether the market can make this sentiment continued or there will be a reversal at a point of the day. This is what I am interested in. Okay, we have a full house in the VIP room. All of the three guys are on the board. So that's great. Pepsi. Pepsi is nice. All right, traders, good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. Let's just make a nice trading day here. So both of the indices are starting in red. 520 definitely going to be watched closely. I mean, I just mentioning that the daily of the PRTR looks so nice for an up move, but now everything is just dropping again on the fear. So it's not easy. Let me just check PRTR here. Okay, guys, so MU pulling back, MAGO really strong start as I see. Microsoft 363. Wow, Netflix, have you seen that? It's just over 1,000 like that. Amazing. Uh, Seems like Scott likes MAGO already over 950. Ooh, Apple. Guys, look at the Apple. D King, are you around? I think we should watch this TQQQ like immediately. Wow, crazy. Okay, PLTR. Look at the PLTR. How resilient it is now. Amazing. PLTR looks very nice, guys. Market though seems like it's just going to make another breakdown. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Be careful, guys. DVG likes Amazon long, Netflix long, TSM long. I like the COF anticipator. Okay, hi D King, happy Easter to you. Okay, so far triple Q it's nicely pushing higher. SPY not that much indeed. Interesting to see that the triple Q is pushing higher and not the SPY indeed because the SPY was not that strong. PLTR looks very interesting, guys, really for a long. It's just immediately started to push higher. I cannot see any entry here. I'm just checking it. I'm still not fond of anything. Amazon looks like as a breakdown actually. And SPY, guys, look at the SPY. If SPY is breaking down, I don't think so that this triple Q is going to hold on. But let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me just check this MLGO here. It's just going down now. I cannot see anything at the moment. I would just buy it immediately. How about Tesla? Tesla is pulling down as well a little bit, or higher at the moment. Let's see, Baba. Mm, interesting. Baba started a little bit stronger in the pre-market and now it's just pushing lower. Guys, BA is falling like a cliff. Wow. Okay, traders. Just like usual, I'm going to get a trade on the TQQQ under 43.30. D King, you're a mind reader. Also, I'm going to take it under 35, okay? 43.35, and I can't believe my eyes on the PLTR, guys. Look at that. But SPY is breaking. SPY is breaking. That means that, okay, the high of the day is going to be the stop loss, which means 43, like 70. So please just calculate your share size accordingly on this TQQQ trade. But in my opinion, if we break, I'm going to get it on 32. So 32. Okay. Happy at you're amazing. Tesla checking, sure. Tesla for me, anticipator, it's 230 only. Late or earliest under 230 in my opinion. But looks interesting too. Also, it's more interesting that the market is fighting hard to make a, ooh, look at MRGO, guys. Oof, MRGO looks very good over the high. Also, as we know, this is a pumper dumper, so we should be careful here. Okay, guys, TQQQ is getting close. Looks like this Tesla as well, anticipator, if you like it. I am in. I want to see 43, close to 43 to take a partial here on the TQQQ. Wow, PLTR. Scott likes HTZ long. This is his first trade today. I want to see 43.05 to take the first partial, guys. 75% of my share size is going to be bought back or closed on this short on the TQQQ. Okay, watch out. Here is the 20 cents. I should not be too greedy here. Okay, guys, I am ready to take my quick, efficient profit here because the market just breaking 520 and I'm not sure it's going to completely break it. 15, we have like more than 20 cents in the almost more than 20 cents in the money, and I am ready to take now my 75%. Nice, we broke, very good. I just took it, done. So 75% of the profit made on 42.95. Stop loss, I'm just going to put it on over 43.20, over 43.20, and let's see whether the market is going to make a pullback or we can go higher. Very nice. Thank you. I hope you were with me, but be careful because 25, I'm going to be out. I just close in some profit here. Okay. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm leaving on it on 33. I'm leaving it on 33. So my stop loss in on 43.33. Then you got a good buy on TQQQ. I did it right before. Oh, the king. Yes, I know it was. You know why it was a little bit risky? Because the market is fighting that the SPY is fighting with the 520, and the 520 level. It's a very very strong level. Anticipator. If you took the Tesla. Bravo. Beautiful trade. Well done. Fantastic trade. I am still on TQQQ, guys. I don't know why you cannot see my... Yes, you can see my positions, but you cannot see my... Okay, I'm going to check it. But guys, 43.32 now. It's my stop loss. Exactly the entry. And let's see whether we can go farther to the downside. 42.60 is going to be my second partial, and after that, let's just let it just go and run. Market is dropping like a stone at the moment. 520 seems like the SPY just broke it. Took NVDA too, did not have time to post it, no problem. Yes, we had several opportunity, and MRGO, unfortunately, I could not buy it because it's not tradable by me. Shoo. I really like this breakout over the high. The guys who has equity account you can take it. I could not take it. It was nice. Okay, guys, so market is still fighting here on this 520. I mean, especially the SPY. What else here? COF is still holding. Interestingly, MU is holding. NVIDIA, beautiful gap and go, or rather a bull or a bear flag to go. I just take off this. Okay. Amir is going long PLTR 95.60 at the moment. I'm going to be out soon, I think, on the TQQQ. This is the reversal point for the SPY. In this case, I'm just checking this PLTR2 traders. My TQQQ is still holding, but I'm checking now PLTR. So first trade, beautiful trade there. So Amir is going to take it over 95 and 60 PLTR. I would take it only over 96 indeed. Netflix is making a reversal, maybe making a reversal. I'm going to watch it. Guys, I think we are going to be out soon. Reason for that, the market, I think it's really need to make a reversal here, or we will see another drop down. Yes, D King, I see Netflix, but only over 1,500 in my opinion. 1,500. Oof, 6 more cents to go out on my TQQQ. So this remains only a scalp. MSTR making a very nice reversal too. SPY still in a bear flag mode, but if it's breaking up 520 again, it can be a nice reversal. Let's see. PLTR looks nice over 96 in my opinion, especially if the market is going to make a reversal. And yes, I agree with Netflix, but only over 1005. And very nice trade on Tesla under 230 and this Vader. And then VDA, it was a great drop too. It's just under 100 and continues stretching under 100 with a bear flag. Nasty. Also, as I see, Google is holding. Amazon broke down, of course. Google is holding, Microsoft holding, MU holding. SPY fighting hard on this 520 level. Now let's see. Big fight is going on here as I see. My TQQQ is fighting too for survival. And again, this PLTR looks very tempting, but I want to see this market to make this reversal. Might it will going to make it because this just got a rejection again, breaking the lows almost. Interesting fight, guys, and low volume, of course. No other decision on my side until I cannot see a clear picture on the market. TQQQ is still on. Okay. Whew. You see this fight, guys, on a low volume? Crazy. Hi, Anne. Good morning. Nice to see you. Hope you had a beautiful long weekend and happy Easter. We are over a winning trade already on TQQQ. I'm still fighting it. Took it under 43.35. Took like almost a 40 cents on it, and let's see whether it can continue. MSTR looking strong too. Let me just check. COF is not moving, unfortunately, so I'm going to get it off my radar. And the SPY still looks weak. And we are watching now the fight on the SPY end. The fight on the SPY, because this 520, it's a crucial level. And if it's going to break it down, this is not going to be great at all. Tesla under 228, Kevin. Yeah, definitely. If we do continue lower, this can be another great trade. Also, Anticipator called it already under 230, and it was a beautiful trade. But yes, I agree. If we break down with the market with the second leg down, we can take that. Also, I'm just wondering how Google is resilient, MU is still resilient, Microsoft too. I'm watching Coin, of course. Coin is quite strong now, as I see. Okay, guys, so I'm still holding TQQQ. Nothing else at the moment. And waiting for this market to decide. 5 below is breaking down. Okay, guys, as I mentioned you, TQQQ second partial going to be around 42.65.70. BA pulling back, market still just consolidating, by the way, nothing else. MLGO was a fantastic trade. I could not trade it, unfortunately. Only one winner so far. Market is hesitating a lot. My TQQQ is still running to the right direction, but I can imagine a pullback quickly because of the 520 level. Netflix touched the 994 level, 20 EMA. This is watching as well. Wow, I just missed this Amazon reversal. That was beautiful indeed. TQQQ guys, be ready for the second partial there. Still have 250 shares left, and I'm ready to close 150 around 42 and 70, 60, 70. And I must tell you, Microsoft doesn't look good either under the lows. How about Meta indeed? Look at that fight. That's nasty. That's nasty. How about Meta? One thing is sure, guys, if SPY is giving up, this can be a really ugly second leg down on the market indeed. 490 just broke with the Meta 2. MSTR looks nice for a intraday breakout over 324, but it's so spready. I know DVG likes it very much indeed. Okay, guys, so seems like we are still going down here. With this market, SPY hovering to the lows together with the triple Q, I'm still holding 25% of my TQQQ shares and ready to close out an extra 150. Yes, the King, this is what I'm watching under 362 on the Microsoft. You are right, this looks interesting in my opinion. 362 maybe, if you like it. Traders, here it goes, 20 more cents to take my partial, second partial on the TQQQ, and market is getting close to this 519 level. Now let's see. Amazon dropping like a stone, Google by the lows, Meta broke the low, NVIDIA on the lows. Anticipator, I hope you are still holding it. And SPY broke. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm just closing out another 150 on my TQQQ trade. It's a really hard breakdown on the market. 150, and here comes Microsoft as well. Okay, guys, second partial on the TQQQ done, as you can see. Oops, this was not the good one. PLTR. Okay, I just made a mistake. It happens. So I'm just doing my second partial. I missed my second partial because it was PLTR. I'm so happy for this sunny day, but one of my monitor, I just cannot see it clearly, unfortunately. Because of that, I have to rearrange them. Okay, I missed the partialing point, so I'm just taking a partial here, guys. I missed the right partialing point on the TQQQ, but I just took it now on 95. And my stop loss, it's going to be over on the TQQQ, guys. I'm going to make the stop loss over 43 and 25, okay? 43 and 25. All right, so let's see whether this market is going to push lower or making this reversal here. We still don't know there. Holding last quarter anticipator, beautiful on the NVDA. Also, let's just be careful because again, this can be okay. This can be a very interesting market reversal and behavior here. So we should be careful a little bit here, okay? I did not take the Microsoft. I was just focusing on this TQQQ. And actually, I'm out of the TQQQ soon here. Hmm? So I'm out of TQQQ. That was a nice trade. The market is trying hard to make this reversal here. So nice trading on the TQQQ from my side. And looks like that this market is fighting hard to make a reversal here, in my opinion. PLTR checking. Yes. Oh, I just missed this beautiful reversal on 95.30. 95.75 maybe can be an interesting one. I agree, but be careful. This market maybe it's still not at the end for this. I don't know what it wants indeed. It looks really, really interesting at the moment. So we should be careful. Market is still fighting. I'm out of the TQQQ trade. One nice winner. Also, this market is still just hesitating. Could not even break the VWAP at the moment. Okay, guys, so the market bounced into the VWAP and makes a reversal again. PLTR, I'm watching it, especially if it can break this $75 level, I mean 0.75 level. Maybe we can have it here. Interesting market now. I would say it's just hesitating a lot here on the lows. Still, we might have missed the reversal in Netflix over the VWAP. Yes, I was watching it. I just did not like the fact that its volume it's just decreasing anticipator. Yes, exactly, Kevin. I agree. I agree on that. And I'm still checking this PRTR. It looks really interesting in my opinion, this PRTR. But first of all, we still need to get something from this pie first. And as Kevin just wrote already in the beginning of the day, that this is really not a good sign, this 520 level on a low volume day. MU is moving back under the VWAP too. Tesla hovering to the lows, and Netflix might we still can get it and it's better. I'm just checking this Netflix. So also Google is back to the lows, Tesla is back to the lows, but still the big breakdown, it's missing here. It's still missing here. And this PRTR doesn't look bad at all, in my opinion. But the market does not help to anything at the moment. But PRTR again is just over 95 and 70. NVIDIA goes back to the lows as well. MSTR looks like it's giving up. Tesla just broke down. Nice call under 228. Wow. And this time, I think I'm going to take this Microsoft under 361.90. Okay, I'm going with you, D King, if you still like this Microsoft, but I want to see a break under 361 and 90. Tesla nice breakdown, NVIDIA is close to that too. I'm just a bit concerned about the SPY and the triple Q. They're still hesitating a lot on the lows. I don't like to see that indeed. Okay. Now let's see. So TQQQ is out. That was a nice one, though. I should have just leave it on my entry maybe, but this was just the last shares there. Stop loss on the Microsoft should be over 363. So it's a little bit more than $1 stop loss. And SPY triple Q, it's hovering again on the lows. but the sentiment is, I mean, everything looks like it's a really good one and everything continues, but I still miss the, like the continuation, the strength that, okay, let's break down and go a little bit, at least for the first partial, right? That would be great, actually, to see. Okay, so I'm waiting for Microsoft if this whole market is going to fall over the cliff. Todd, beautiful. Tesla, Nvidia, AMD. Very good. I just got TQQQ so far. I missed, unfortunately, this Tesla. This was my other favorite. And yes, definitely Nvidia looked great as well. Now I'm waiting for a small piece of cake on the Microsoft if it's going to go under 362. Like 361 and 90. MU is getting close to the lows as well. Meta, it's a beautiful mover too. I really hope Microsoft going to join the party. Triple Q on the lows, guys. Ouch, that doesn't look good for the bulls. But again, it does not continue. It's just consolidation almost since the morning. It's nasty. So come on. Nvidia is stubbed. Triple Q is fighting with a 436. Now as SPY broke the 520, we are moving a little bit lower now. Okay. MSTR breaking down to traders. If you have not taken any second partial on TQQQ yet, then here is the time for it. Because I just don't know what's going to come next on this market. Looks like as a great gap and go, and now we are breaking lower, but it just stops after every breakdown, which is not really nice to see. Meta is lower now. MU maybe looks like as a breakdown. Okay, guys, here comes Microsoft. I have not, here it is. I did enter Microsoft. I want to see like an 80 cents at least for the first partial. That means around 361.10. 361.10, I would like to take my first partial if we go there. Triple Q breaking down, SPY again breaking but does not continue. Be careful with the share size today, guys, okay? Share size matters today a lot indeed. Okay. If Microsoft goes to 361.50 and cannot break it, I'm going to take a small partial there. I do not want to. I just feel like a little bit like we are going to be tricked by this market at any time. I don't know why. Maybe of the volume, the market makers, activity, on a low volume day, it can be quite nasty. So let's see. Here comes the 50 level. I still see enough sellers, but 361.50 semi-round number can just change the picture here. Okay, 361.50, nice. And here are coming some buyers. Not too many, but maybe enough to bounce it back a little bit. Let's see. As I mentioned you, if I see that, I'm okay taking a little bit and put my stop loss. Why? Because I just do not trust this market sentiment. It's a very, very slow market sentiment now with this low volume. Still nice numbers of sellers, but we need a little bit more push from the market side. Okay, guys, 40. I am ready to take 80% of my share size on the Microsoft. All right, traders, here we are. I am taking 80%, 80% of my share size. I just do not trust this market too much. And here comes the 20. Nice. 15, 19. Very good. Okay, guys, here we go. It just tapped a little bit, so I'm taking on 20. Good. A little bit more. Doesn't want to go lower. Okay, guys, I just took it on 40, bit higher than I anticipated it will be. So around this 2030, you can take the first partial. Microsoft first partial, 80% is off. And I'm going to put my stop loss just slightly over break even. So second winner of the day is just nailed. So I took it between this 20. Okay, it's just giving it now. Fantastic. So I took it a little bit earlier. It's okay. And I'm going to put my stop loss over the entry. All right. Thank you, Microsoft, that you just joined the bear party today. It was my pleasure to trade with you. And again, I'm just going to put my stop loss on the just over like 361.92. It's my stop loss on the Microsoft traders. As you can see, I still have 100 shares left, 500 I've shorted. I really hope Anticipator and everyone else who was calling Tesla 2 times, 230 and 228, you are still holding, and I really hope you're still holding NVIDIA too. I'm holding this beautiful Microsoft. Second partial on the Microsoft is going to be 360 and 20. 360 and 20, and after that let it run, and the market just started to even push lower. Wow, what an ugly day indeed. What a ugly day. Actually, traders, I'm just thinking not to leave this stop loss on the Microsoft. I'm just going to put my stop loss over 361 and 50. 52, 361 and 52 is going to be my stop loss on the Microsoft, just again because of the semi-round number. Okay, Todd, have you already finished? It's not a bad day, guys, to start the day or the week with so far. Let's see what else we have. Look at that. MU just broke as well. Crazy. We're trading for the 30 minutes, but we have two winners already. Someone already three, which is fantastic. Let me just check this PITR, what it is doing here now. Wow. Okay. You see, that's why I've told you only over 95.70. What a drop. Everything just started to join the bears. Triple Q down for 34, and seems like, guys, that this SPY is really breaking the 520 now. Matt, you shorted Apple at 193. Just checking. Yes, we have been on the right side, guys. What a beautiful trade, Matt. Fantastic. Well done. And this is still pushing lower. Amazon was my big miss. I was watching it for a possible, like, daily low break, and it did, but somehow I just focused on the TQQQ. Phew, guys, that was a very nasty drop so far on the market. I'm still holding Microsoft. Here comes the second partialing point soon. 360.20 is going to be my second partialing on the Microsoft. Half of my share size I'm going to buy. Okay, 20 more cents to go here, and I'm going to be out over 361.20 now. So if it goes back over 361, it doesn't worth to hold. Seems like SPY just broke 5.617 already. 5.17 already. Amazon very much down under 167. Tesla down 225. Here comes NVIDIA 9650, amazing. Wow. So 361 and 25 traders, I'm going to be out. Maybe even 10. Yes, 25 is going to be okay. I just put my hard stop loss there on my Microsoft last shares. I just lock in some profit. So let's see how does the SPY looks like at the moment, guys. Yeah, they were just talking about it. If China and Trump could just make a deal at the end, that would be a really good shock for the market. I agree. But so far looks like it's a rollover, guys. Look at that. Ugly. So 500 can be on the horizon again. 510 first and then the 500 level. Nasty. Big drop. Okay, so I'm still holding this Microsoft, ready to take half of the share size off again if it's breaking 360.20. If not, 361.25, I'm going to be out. Okay. What a day. Wow. I thought it's going to be a much slow. I mean, the beginning it was slow until the market has not decided that, okay, I'm going to go lower a little bit. But now it just seems like it's just found the direction, at least so far. Might we are going to see a small pullback too. Okay, guys, SPY seems like it's just reached a little temporary bottom, maybe, or another bear flag. Looks interesting. If you have anything on the radar, please just let me know. All of the Max 7 are suffering big time today. And here comes my second partial on the Microsoft traders. MSFT, here we are, guys. I'm just closing half of my positions. Here I wanted to take it on this 360.20. Here we are. I just took half of my share size again. You see, only 50 left. So this is, I'm up today, $535. Just showing you with the Microsoft and with the TQQQ trades. So Dicking, as I promised you that I'm going to be more transparent, seeing my P&L, like just for Meyer in the old times, is definitely here. I want to as you see, to improve what you want to see on the charts. I'm for it. Okay, so this is what we have today, guys. I'm going to leave my stop loss 361 and 25. And the market is still consolidating here. Looks like as a bear flag, very extended to the downside, in my opinion. SPY is down 1.80. Wow, guys, 1.80%. And the triple Q 2.24. And both of them looking like as a rollovers. Wow. Big red day for the market again. Thanks for the tariffs, jitters. And the cherry on the top is definitely the situation that Trump wants to remove Powell. Crazy. Yeah, actually, this is what the CNBC is just writing about as a headline. Dow tumbles 600 points as Trump knocks Powell and investors await trade deals. What a day. Guys, I just took my second partial again. Half of my share size closed on the Microsoft. And my final stop loss on the Microsoft remains 361.25. And the SPY triple Q looking like a bear flags again. Crazy day. So let me just check other stocks here. Look at Amazon, guys. It just cannot stop going down. Also, HTZ, it's pulling back. Look at HTZ, guys. HTZ. Nice pullback on the HTZ though. Netflix just touched the 100 EMA, so we can watch days for possible longs if the market will stop at all. Matt, if you are still in the short of the Apple, fantastic. Seems like if it's breaking these lows, it can touch even 191 and maybe 190 there. Let's see. Amir still interested in MLGO. Oh my God, King, you are funny. My boy. Oh my God. God save me from that. Sorry, but really. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sure. I thought I'm buddy with Powell, not Trump. That looks like Trump is going to remove him. Yes, Tara, HTZ looks really, really interesting in my opinion, especially if the market finds some ground at one point of the day. Maybe it's getting close now. I really like it. Google is trying to pull back. Look at this Amazon is so much down. But this HTZ looks very interesting. Maybe even for a gap fill. Let's just check it. MSTR is back big time. Well, let's see. Traders, I'm still holding my Microsoft stop loss over 361.20. Out of Apple, don't like those reversal candles. Yes, Matt, something is brewing on the lows. It still can be just a false bounce, in my opinion, because the volume is still not there, but the things are starting to be a little bit too much extended to the downside, in my opinion. Yeah, I wanted to check not just HTZ, but this NVDA daily chart and NVDA daily chart. How does the next support looks like on the NVDA? Right, cannot find support. 96, 96 actually. If it's breaking 96, guys, this is going to go even farther down. But Google stopped, Apple stopped, Matt. I like your decision. I would have went for that as well. Also, as I see, NVIDIA doesn't want to stop. Maybe even Tesla stopped on this 225. So let's see whether the reversal is in for this market finally. Not reverse. I don't think so. It's going to be huge reversal though, if there will be at all. But Apple, Google are climbing a bit higher now, that's for sure. And yes, look at NVIDIA, it's just breaking down. Wow. How about AMD? 190 to 1. Okay. Nice. You logged in 90 cents. Fantastic. Nice, Matt. Okay. Wondering whether NVIDIA going to be saved by this 96. As I've told you, it's quite of a stronger bottom here. I'm still holding my last shares on the Microsoft, but my stop loss is over 361 now, 361. 361.12 is going to be my final stop loss on the Microsoft traders. Market is trying to make at least a temporary bottom here. What else we have here, guys? Wow, Nvidia is still dropping like a stone. Amazing. Oh yes, I wanted to check out on Tesla too on the daily chart. I'm trying to find, you know, like stronger support resistances on the, but I would say 220. I would go for 220 for the Tesla to be like extremely extended, but might it's not going to go there. So really Amazon, Google and Apple looking like a bottom reversals. I'm not going to go for bottom fishing today, guys. Maybe Netflix or HTZ, as you mentioned, this HTZ looking like a nice bull flag. I'm still holding my Microsoft. If 360 is going to be broken, 359 is the next partialing point, and this is going to be a huge winner on my side. So really great trade here. Hmm. Okay, even Amazon, or not Amazon, but Amazon is fighting too, but maybe this Microsoft as well. Right, traders. So this Microsoft, actually, this was like a daily low breakdown. Usually I'm not trading daily low breakdowns after the first 20, 30 minutes. But I like that because first of all, it got a rejection. It made a pullback to the VWAP and just made a VWAP reversal. It could not even go over the VWAP and pull back to the lows. In this case, I liked it very much. It got a rejection on the VWAP. Second, if you check the Microsoft daily chart, that was like really, really promising. That the ADR was still quite of nowhere. So I really, really liked it. First partial could have been a little bit better. Second partial was okay. And the third partial, as I've told you, if it's breaking this down this 359, it's going to be a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade, which is not bad at all. So let's see, let's go. Microsoft. Ooh, Netflix, look at that. And I was expecting a reversal over this 989 maybe. Okay, will the United States count as a Trump 7's bankruptcy's business? What's the ultimate scary point for you in this market? Well, I must tell you, I think at this stage, everyone is just wondering what the heck is happening here. Like, this is what I feel indeed. Even the big boys just cannot believe to their eyes, in my opinion. And this is quite scary for me as well. So, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. Maybe this whole thing, it was just like again to, I don't know, to make a big show, and surprisingly they are going to make a deal next week or something like that. No idea. But at this time, in my opinion, it looks really serious. Guys, I'm just moving my stop loss in the meantime to 360.60 on the Microsoft. Thank you, Tara. Yep. 456.78 on the SPY King. Checking. This HTZ still looks promising, but the SPY and the triple Q look like 456.78. What do you mean on that with the SPY? Because it is now. Ah, you mean the next low? Mm-hmm. That we can go down like that? Definitely. I would say if we break this yearly low on 482 around, it can go back to 400 in no time. hmm I can't even imagine that it goes back to 400. All right, traders, again, I'm just looking in some profits over 360 and 50 on the what it is called Microsoft. Reason for that, if it's going to make a bottom reversal here, it's over the 20 EMA. So this is like a great reason to close out or trade there. Okay. Okay, okay. No, market just broke down. Triple Q as well. I feel like still it's very extended. MSTR, HTZ look like though possible reversals and longs, especially MSTR over 323.80. But MSTR can be crazy, so be careful with that one. If you like it only with a small share size, 324 now, I would say. Actually, Scott likes it and he took it. For me, it's very spready. As you know, I don't like it too much. And he's going to buy even Netflix. You know, Scott likes bottom fishing very much. So he's going to take 981, even 78 Netflix he likes for buying. MSTR doesn't look bad, but I'm still a bit afraid of this market. I'm just holding my last shares on this Microsoft. MSTR looks very good. I love the volume there. Maybe even like it better than the than this Netflix because the volume is there on the MSTR. Doesn't mean it's going to work indeed. And the market is still bear flag after bear flag after bear flag. But as you know, MSTR it's rather depends on the Bitcoin and not the entire market too much. But let's see what's going to happen here. My Microsoft last shares it's still there. Also, I'm waiting for this market really whether it's still going to continue lower or is it able to make a move higher from here. 515 almost touched by the SPY 433 with the triple Q. If you took MSTR again, just a very small share size and 326 would be my first partial there. And as I mentioned, Scott just called Netflix 981.50, 981.50 for a long. He really likes it to the long side. Overall market is still consolidating on the lows, not doing too much here. What a brutal drop on the NVIDIA again. Amazing how big the drop was here again. Really ugly. Really, really ugly. And seems like it's still not over. I don't know. Still could not break even over the 20 EMA as I see. My Microsoft last shares, it's still in the play. And Tesla is going back to the lows as well. Ah, ugly. Ugly, ugly. I don't like trading this market lately, too much uncertainty. Yes, exactly, the king. Unfortunately, this is what I've told you that in the beginning, maybe you have not heard me, but I just told to the traders that I do not remember on such a big unpredictable times. Indeed, it's really, really ugly because you cannot rely um, even on the nice patterns sometimes because if the market hit by news, it just doesn't worse what kind of pattern you see. But it's not going to move anywhere, you know. It's really scary. So that's why I'm mostly on the scalping side nowadays, which is hard because for a scalper you need a very high success ratio, which I have, thank God. But I know it's really hard times for most of the traders who has not enough experience yet to win the market on the green side with rather scalps or anything like this. So yes, uncertainty, it can be an account killer sometimes. Look at the stockholders actually. And my Microsoft is still holding. Also, I've seen a tiny bit higher volume in the green candles on the market. Might it's still not enough to change the whole thing here. Let's see. Dollar General, let's see. Tesla double bottom too. Ooh, DG was very strong. I don't know whether it can still go higher, but looks interesting. Low volume, yes, I don't think so. I would take it over this high. Guys, if you took this MSTR, as I've told you, near to 326, take your 80% off and let's see. I'm still holding my Microsoft. Last share is going to be out over 360.50. And the market is really okay. Here is the partial on the MSTR for the ones who likes this stock. I don't like it, so I did not take it, but it just made the $2 move here. So well done if you took it. And I feel like I'm going to be out of this Microsoft now. Even Tesla looks like as a possible double bottom. HTZ is still building this bull flag too, so it was weak. And I'm not sure if I am brave enough to take any long here on this very much pressured market to the downside. My Microsoft was almost out, still hanging on a thread. DVG likes NVDA to the long side, I think. As I mentioned you, this $96 on the NVDA, it can be really, really strong support. Hmm? MLGU is halted at the moment if anyone is interested. Um, I'm still trading it. I cannot trade it unfortunately, but that was like in the beginning, I was watching it over 10. It was just booming up $1 and now it's halted. Crazy. What a mover. And guys, actually, not a good news for the bulls. So far, the SPY could not even break the 516 level, which is the 20 EMA. And my Microsoft still has survived so far. And I am very much interested in your Easter Monday trading day. Okay, it's going to be a green, a red, and you just, or just decided that, okay, let's just leave this market today. Yes, Scott got into the Netflix in the meantime. And I'm just starting a poll. If you feel like, please just give me a feedback. How is your trading day so far? I really hope I could help you to get a little bit into the green side. And the NVDA broke the 96, amazing. As I mentioned you, I see a little bit change in the ratio of the buyers and sellers on these lows on the market. Might it's still not enough to make a reversal, but I think might we can see maybe a temporary pop up. 80% in green. Wow, 20 in red. Sorry for that. Of course, if you just feel like if you want to give a feedback, I'm more than grateful to. And of course, don't forget if you need any help in trading, always, I'm just here for you. And don't forget that Easter Monday, this is the last promotion for the TEFS funded accounts where you can get private mentoring with me, plus even for the challenges. Okay, 70 no trade. I don't blame you at all. Here is my email at the moment. And yes, I would say this temporary bottom push, it's getting closer on the market. That means that I'm going to be out on my Microsoft trade maybe in a minute. And in the meantime, guys, if you took this MSTR for this intraday breakout, 329 would be my second partial there. Wow, MRGO, that's crazy. Okay. And seems like even NVIDIA is trying to fight here on this $96 level. And the overall market too. Guys, I think we are minutes away to get out on the Microsoft trade, which is okay. I think DVG likes NVIDIA here over 96. He was mentioning something like that. Here is the second partial on MSTR traders. Nice. But first of all, we need to see the market to break at least the 20 EMA. Overall market and the Max 7 stocks are quite extended, not even mentioning Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, it's quite red too. Netflix is starting to work nicely for Scott. Red for you today, several bad trades on the PLTR. Sorry, yes, this PLTR was highly, I would say, tricky, because almost I bought it, almost I did buy it as well. No, guys, I just left alone HTZ. I was not checking it in the corner. Sorry for that. HTZ was a nice one. Yeah, it's not an easy trading day. I completely agree with you. Not an easy trading day at all. And the market is still under a very, very huge selling pressure. Look at that. As I mentioned you, I still like, finally, I see the first quite of a better ratio for the buyers, but still, it's still not enough to break this 516 level. Let's see. Not an easy day, guys, and especially if you just stayed on the sidelines, it's completely okay. And thank you for your participation. For me, it was a two beautiful trades. Microsoft is still running and seems like that this market just cannot stop. Look at the NVDA. Wow, it just cannot make the reversal either. The second Apple trade will decide your day, Matt. Okay, crossing my fingers then. But seems like the market is still going down. 515 on the horizon with the SPY, 433 with the triple Q. Amazing. Level 2, unfortunately not for US traders. Still not for US traders. As you know, it's very strong regulations there, and that's why we cannot operate there. None of the prop trading accounts or companies can operate there. If yes, then there is a problem, I would say. Okay, thank you for your participation on the votes, guys. And let's see whether we can just make a little bit more green ratio here. As I mentioned you, my Microsoft last share 360.55. And the market is fighting on the lows, but seems like it's still a bear flag. So again, it's a bit suspicious for me because the volume bars are starting to be a bit more greener. Let's call it like that. MRGO is open again if you are trading it. Google looks quite strong among the big stocks. I would say that Google it's looking quite promising, and even Netflix call from Scott was nice over this 981.50. And maybe NVIDIA, DVG, it's a big faith. He has a big faith in NVIDIA over 96. Let's see. I'm I'm going to be out soon, I think, on the Microsoft, but I've told this like 10 minutes ago as well, and it could not break this semi-round number. Indeed. Okay, guys, so if I'm going to be out on the Microsoft, I'm just thinking to bottom fish here. I'm not sure I want to go for it because Apple I still see weak. Overall market again, it needs to break the 20 EMA first, which means 4 or 5 around 516 on the SPY. Here comes the NVIDIA if you like it, and I'm out officially from the Microsoft trade. Nice trade. It just did what I wanted to see here to do. DVG is happy. Guys started cheerleading for the NVIDIA, for the Netflix. If you get into any bottom reversal, good luck, guys. Netflix was very nice from Scott, in my opinion. I really liked it. Now goes NVIDIA 96.50 can be your first partial there if you like it. Everyone is waiting for a nice turn now on the market. And finally, we broke first in a day, guys, or since at least 9. No, we have not seen it. Still over the 20 EMA, I mean the SPY. The SPY officially broke the 516 and the 20 EMA. This is a good sign for continuation here on the market. As I mentioned, if you took NVIDIA or Google or Tesla or Netflix, I would take a partial quite sooner because don't forget, this is still a heavy selling day or sell-off day indeed. MSTR though coming back, so watch out. My stop loss would be under 325 if you're still holding any of it. Yeah. Okay, MU is back a little bit, Amazon trying, but Netflix is one of the best, and even Google is doing great. NVIDIA, I'm not sure it can be out of the woods today, but let's see. If you have anything on the radar, guys, please just let me know. I think I'm not going to take any more trades today. I know it's just 2 trades, but I am happy to be nicely to the green side today. So far, it seems like a little temporary reversal. I'm not sure the market is still out of the woods. For that, it needs to break the VWAP, of course, as always. And I must tell you that the overall world economy it's getting in a much bigger trouble because of these tariffs talks, trade war, we can call it whatever, starting to be really nasty. they need to sit down and really act wise finally. If it's not going to happen, that's not good. Like if as DVG just was talking even about that the dollar is very weak, I mentioned in the morning, and if there will be even lower rates coming, this means that inflation is going to speed up. That's not good. Okay, seems like we do continue a bit higher here. Okay, guys, here is NVDA coming. If you took it over 96, 96.50 is the first partialing point. Market still stretching a bit higher. As I mentioned you for the last 15 minutes, that I see a little bit more better ratio for the buyers sellers volume, that it's changed a bit for the buyers. It just looks like it was right, and this is a temporarily nice pullback. Maybe it's not temporary, who knows? Okay, guys, here comes the first partial on the NVIDIA. If you took it, I have not taken it. But as I mentioned, you even DVG took it over this 96 level. And next partial definitely just around the VWAP if we will get there. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, please just let me know. So far, nice pullback, but slow on the market. First partial, here it is on the NVDA, which is not bad. My Microsoft was good to flip the coin, right? Look at that. It went like $1 since we got out from the short. Did anyone flip the coin maybe? I know some of you like this bottom fishing as well, which is not bad at all. Netflix was nice too. Nice, Tara. Well done. ULTA, Ulta Beauty is very strong today too. Not very, but one thing, but very low volume. Okay, let's just leave the volume. Okay, traders. So here is the first support or sorry, resistance level on the SPY, 50 EMA. Oh, MSTR is pulling back stronger. I think if the market can just make this break over the 517 now, and this can stretch to the VWAP. Let's see. Very nice trade on the Netflix from Scott. Fantastic bottom reversal on 891. It's a $10 trade on his side. Fantastic, really nice. Just checking HUM here as well. It's very weak. Wow, what a drop, but low volume again. Of course, everywhere it's a low volume. Healthcare stocks just dumped a lot today. mRNA is down too, as I've seen. Oh, what a comeback on mRNA, guys. Have you seen this stock today? Usually it's on my watch list, but today I just left it alone. mRNA, Moderna. Look at this comeback. Hmm. You know what? I don't mind going to watch it for a possible swing long. It's just way too extended to the downside, but not before maybe, I don't know, $30 level. Hopefully not, King. I don't want to even hear about that again. However, unfortunately, I don't think so. That was the last one. But around $30 level, this mRNA looks interesting. Very extremely extended on the down to the downside. And look at the volume on the daily. It's very interesting. Seems like big guys are buying it. I like it. Okay. I hope you just do agree on the fact that mRNA is too much extended to the downside and we need to buy it for a swing. Being as consistent as you are, do you still increase your share size gradually? Tara, I must tell you honestly, I found my limit. I have a limit, I can and I cannot increase that. So I try to increase it, but it messing up with my psychology. Everyone reaches this limit. For someone, it's 2,000 shares. For someone, it's 500 shares. For someone, it's 200 shares. For the other one, it's 10,000 shares. You will have the limit. And if you find this limit, don't go over it, in my opinion, at least. This is what I've just seen on consistent traders, on really, really for long time consistent traders, that everyone has the limit. Okay? Might I could work on it with a like with therapy or any, and I'm not kidding, because as a psychological coach, I'm an abductive psychological coach indeed. I know how much time it takes to work on it. But as it is really nice amount at the end of the month, I'm okay with that. So I'm not pushing it. So actually, in my opinion, everyone has a limit, and usually it's ending between like some hundreds of shares till like some thousands of shares. It depends, of course, on a lots of things. Okay. So no, I'm not increasing my share size anymore. You are very welcome. We should short PLTR decking. Now let's see. Too much to the upside. DVG likes oil to the long side at the moment. Ooh, wow, yes, you are right. You know what? Maybe then again SOXL itself is just pushing down. Do we have some news? Yeah, market could not break the second resistance here. You got it already? Nice. Okay. Wow, that's a drop. And market is dropping again, guys, back to the lows. What a selling pressure today. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. I think I'm just not going to risk my hard-earned profit in this last 10 minutes. But that was an interesting drop on the PLTR decking. I completely agree. So let's see whether this overall sector is still under this pressure, especially if the NVIDIA is breaking the lows again. I've told you to take the first partial on 50, around 50. And that was a very nasty drop on PLTR. Agree with that indeed. Not nice. Not nice. Netflix is still holding though. Apple back to the lows. Matt, I guess your day is getting greener, right? I hope so at least, because Apple is getting close to the lows. I get it. I think, or might. I think that you got it on this reversal under 191 or a 92 again. That was a nice reversal on the Apple, by the way. Okay, Anticipator, thank you for your interaction, for the calls again. I hope you had a nice green day at the end, because your Tesla call was fantastic under this 230, 228 level. So well done. Enjoy your Easter Monday. for today and see you on tomorrow again. Take care. Okay, guys, in the meantime, market seems like it's going to drop again. Nasty drop coming. Be careful. Might. It's coming under 515 on the SPY. MSTR big pullback. And overall market on the drop. That's weird. DVG just called the TSM over 147. He thinks that this is going to be a nice continuation again to the upside. Wow, this market doesn't look good, guys. We are breaking the lows with the SPY. Look at that nasty move again. Ouch. Ouch. 515 broke. Not nice. We got some news again, maybe. I'm just checking the market watch. Market watch. Bitcoin rises, as we have seen it. Trump's attacks on Powell pose another risk for bondholders. Well, for everyone, I would say. I cannot see that news. Wow, what a nice drop. Well done, D King. You sold Apple for a very small loss. It was too dangerous with a pullback. I don't take a very small loss with a chance. I agree, Matt, by the way, with your position. Management, also the market, as I've told you on this especially 50 EMA around this 516.80. It was highly likely due for a reversal and it made it, but it's okay. Yeah, Apple seems like it cannot break the lows yet. And seems like your PLTR is still dropping, the king. Nice. Nice. Okay. 91.50 already. Wow. NVIDIA under 96 again. Phew, traders, I feel like if this market, oh my Microsoft, look at this perfect VWAP reversal, guys. It was out of my sight, unfortunately. But actually, this market is starting to be really interesting here. It's under such a huge pressure. It tried to make a reversal, it failed. So in my opinion, it looks like a one-way ticket day so far. So might it's going to end up like that. Doesn't look good for the bulls. If the market had less uncertainty, you would. Yes, Matt, I completely agree with you. You've seen as well how I managed, for example, the TQQQ trade. Like, I was expecting that, but it was hesitating so much, this market, that I rather took the profit into my pocket and get my money and run than to wait, because it was like 50-50 if it's going to break down. Also, I held a bunch. Also, not for too long. I just left some money on the table, but I won on the Microsoft, so it's okay. But I completely agree. This is what I'm referring to when I'm telling you that the market is unpredictable, especially with a low volume day. It just takes so long to make a decision. Like now we broke down, but it's so slow. Just going a bit lower. Maybe it's going to find a bottom again. So it's wow, slow day, but I'm happy that most of us, we just could make it into the green side. If you are in red, don't be disappointed. It was not an easy one. And I think everything depends on now whether the market can make another reversal here. If not, it can go back to this 514.30 level indeed as well. So crazy moves here. Very, very strong selling pressure on the overall market indeed. Okay. Last chance for the market to save this day from the one-way ticket day to the downside, in my opinion. Let's see if it's going to work out at all. Okay. Market is trying hard to make this small bottom here again. Nice reversal though on the NVDA, guys. Again from 96 area. So I'm wondering whether it can do a reversal. And I like Netflix too. So if the things are going to turn up or around here on this 5, 14, 60, 70 area, I would watch NVDA maybe and Netflix. These two they look interesting. Just be careful and lower share size definitely, guys, for today, okay? Phew, I think I'm going to call it as a day. I'm going to call it as a day, guys. Nice green Easter Monday. I hope for you as well at the end. This was a slow day, also a very nice day to trade because we had at least a direction and the market did not decide just to go sideways, but it went a little bit like a gap and go quite of a direction. Now it really depends on this level whether it's going to make a reversal or break down and push even lower. Uh, Percentage-wise, it's down a lot already, so I don't know what's coming next, but be careful, guys, okay? Don't forget, it's still a low volume day because of the fact that Europe is closed. But tomorrow we are back on the track as usual. And of course, I'm going to be here at 9 a.m. sharp. Yes, Matt, would you consider most days in the last months are quite hard to trade because of the extreme volatility? Yes. And actually, I mention it almost every day. But I'm trading almost 2 decades now. And during my 18, 20 years of trading, I have never experienced an environment like that. I'm not talking about volatility or I'm not talking about, or so this is an extreme volatility because one day it's a big green day, other one it's a big red day. So it's, of course, I have seen it before, but it has not lasted so long like now, okay? Like we had a happening like dot-com crash, boom, 2008, boom. We had always the reason and the consequences, okay? Now it's completely different. We have a reason called Trump. Indeed, everyone was horrifically, very much euphoristic about him after he got the seat again, and then everything started to go down indeed. And since then it's a huge uncertainty with these tariffs, lots of changes, even in the day, in one day, not just in a week. And this is messing everything up. I've never seen such an unpredictable market environment like now. So yes, especially for the starter traders, I think it's extremely hard to handle this market environment. Alamu, it was an easy day. It was much easier than the rest, I would say, definitely, because thanks to the market, it decided to go. But overall, like as Matt he was asking about the last weeks, there were really really hard trading days. How do you get levels for SPY and triple Q? Well, Uma, mainly I'm using my EMAs there, but we are under the EMAs. I'm using the historical prices. Like if I go back and I'm watching this levels in back in 2024, back even in 2024 beginning, and so on. This is what I am watching. So I'm just going to show you here. If I just go to the SPY here. You see, like now we are talking about 515, 520 level. Like we've seen around the 520, we had several stronger support resistance. Now 510 is going to be the next, because back in 2024 February there is quite of lots of price action around this level. But the next really big bottom is going to be definitely around the 500 level. Back it was strong in 2024 April, and not even mentioning these crazy days, from last week. And then if we break it, and if you just check again the historical prices, I would say 460. Not even before. A little one, maybe around 470, 80, but 460 is going to be the next big one. So this is what I'm watching on the big picture, okay? But intraday, I'm watching, of course, the percentage. Like as I've told you, if it's falling farther, I don't know. I cannot imagine that it's falling farther because it's a little bit too much to the upside, like on the ADR side as well, on the SPY and the triple Q. And I like the NVDA rejection and the reversal, and especially the Netflix, as I mentioned you. So I'm trying to, use the big picture and even the daily, like on the ADR, how much it is down usually, what kind of day we have, like this is after the long weekend, but low on the volume because Europe is closed, and the fact that we have crazy time. So it's not easy to check these levels indeed, the exact levels, but I'm just quite of assuming that these levels can be a possible support and resistance on the market. Okay, you just opened a short. Okay. Or you mean like that it was easy day because you just should have opened a short. Yeah, but for example, in the main room, DVG and Scott, they went long in the beginning of the day, and they burnt themselves. Now Scott is back with this beautiful Netflix trade, and I think DVG too with the NVDA hopefully. But for that you need to be on the good side, on the right side, let's call it like that. And it's not easy because sometimes we are biased, which is not allowed in trading, but it's inevitable. Sometimes we do. And just go with the flow. We went with the flow today, and it was the right decision. So I'm really happy for that. You are very welcome, Uma. And traders, thank you very much to be here with me today for trading again. If you like the stream, please just give a thumbs up for us. And I'm going to be back, of course, tomorrow at 9 a.m. sharp as always. Have a beautiful rest of your Easter Monday. And don't forget that this is the last chance on the promotion if you want to get a challenge or a funded account. So have a nice one, everyone. End it in green and watch out on the volume. Thanks a lot. Bye.